Hi guys, so it's Tuesday the 2nd of March. I was talking to a client today and supervisee, and they've recently had some went into hospital for an operation, and they were talking about they were having these moments where they'd had like a brush against their skin with, just randomly various things, and how it took them straight to almost remembering feeling like a tube going into the body, and another moment where they remembered a sense of somebody, in the actual operation, obviously touching them when they had to move them. And we were discussing it, and I said, reminded me of when the body keeps the score. And I just think we don't know on a subconscious level how much we actually do retain or remember, particularly if you're also been put under with anasthetic. And so we were just exploring that, and sort of to an extent really normalising it. It's not over pathologising it. It's part of perhaps the healing process and experience, and that they're experiencing something that has happened to them, obviously when they were under, and that the body consciously, unconsciously has a way of dealing with and healing sort of trauma. But the most important thing was to just be mindful of it, be conscious of it, keep talking about it rather than make it into something more complex than it is. And that also made me think about some other stuff I'm involved in, looking at some of the college work I do, looking at some strategies around a staff survey and potential interventions for looking at a programme for staff wellbeing. And what we actually did initially was we sent out one question to the staff, because actually initially we felt that didn't want to make it complex, didn't want to send people into overwhelm, and so we just sent one question out, which was if there was one wellbeing intervention that could be put in place for staff, that you feel would be of use or benefit, what would it be? Now we are developing more around the survey and interventions from that point, but just felt it was important at this point just to keep it clean and simple. And also a couple of the facilitators of the training were talking about some other, almost like group activities that can be facilitated, but it's a very structured not programme, but I can't remember what they called it now. They would send some information. So basically you facilitate these groups on wellbeing, but it's very positive focused, very much moving into the future and wellbeing. And they were saying that there's a basis of 3 questions that are asked, and probably, I can't remember exact specifics, I need to look at them in more detail, but it struck me it was coming across as something like, what's worked well, where you're at right now, and what do you need to put in place to move forward. Well, and again I was thinking, keep it simple, don't ever complicate it, don't make it complex, because I think at times that's what we can tend to do as human beings, can make something more complicated than what it needs to be. And I always say as well, there's especially when I'm engaging on the courses, and we're looking at, I suppose even on a one-to-one really, but particularly in groups, I'll often say things like there's no dumb questions, or there's no dumb question. Basically, every question counts no matter what. But also I think when it comes to asking motivating questions of people, I think it's important that you keep it simple and you literally ask, one at a time. I often find when people are asking people questions about things, or they're practicing, like coaches and therapists, they'll go into what I call multiple questions. So if they're not sure, or they get so far into a question, and rather than just leaving it at the one and finishing it off and giving the person time as well to space to just think and respond, they'll almost fumble over themselves in a way by then trying to ask the question again and again 2 or 3 times, and they pretty much try and ask the same thing but in a different way, because I think maybe in that moment they're trying to help and get clarity, but what happens is it actually makes it more difficult, because somebody's already hearing the first question, they're already often formulating a response, and then when somebody's then trying to ask another question, or possibly another one, that then really it just throws a person. They're already halfway in there thinking, and then the brain goes, oh, hold on a minute, and another one. I haven't even got as far as trying to answer that one. So yeah, that's another, if you like, moment of don't overcomplicate, keep it simple. So that's my message and theme for today. How to keep it simple, not overcomplicate, don't get in our own way. And it's very lovely, blue sunshine, quite bright, definitely warmer than yesterday. We had a shock yesterday. I think the weekend had been so pleasant and blue. I came out yesterday, I was like, oh my life, scarf job needed. Keeping it simple, guys, enjoying this moment. So have the rest of a tutti frutti, thoughtful, twinkling Tuesday, and I shall speak to you later, guys. Take care, bye.